This is the sleep molecule that almost everyone knows, and in this video we're gonna take a deep dive. So in this video you will learn the following. State what melatonin is and does, state the big disruptors of the melatonin system, and list 4 strategies to maximize melatonin production. Now this right here in the screen, this is the melatonin molecule, and I really like to show that because it really shows like this is the molecule, and once you have like an idea of what it looks like, I think is going to help you to wrap your head around it and see what it does. Now this is another one of those molecules that isn't exactly entirely big, but it plays a big role. So that's melatonin right here. Now melatonin is an antioxidant, so this name implies that it's against oxidization, and oxidization, it can usually lead to free radicals, and this one actually helps to clean it up. Now a free radical is a molecule that's unstable and it can cause damage to cells, so that's why free radicals, you do not want it around in your system. Now and also it helps to protect mitochondria, and this is like the factory inside of a cell. And also it's a messenger, and this messenger basically tells every cell that it's nighttime, and of course in the nighttime that's when it's time to repair the body. So that's why it's really important that melatonin gets to do this role, because without this your body is not going to repair itself, and that's going to lead to very serious damage in the long run. Now, when and how is melatonin produced? Now, it's produced by the pineal gland, as you see it in the picture here. I used AI to come up with this picture, and actually the pineal gland is a little bit more to the right and a little bit lower, but it's a really small something, and the pineal gland, it's connected to the suprachiasmatic center, and that's connected to the eyes. And the short of it is that it's like the sort of super clock that controls the circadian rhythm. Now what you need to understand as well is that melatonin is produced based on light intake. So if there is a lot of light, the production of melatonin is really low. Production of melatonin really starts when it gets dark. So when it gets dark, it slowly builds up until there's like a threshold before sleep, and that will cause you to sleep really well. Now let's discuss the system here. So morning light, it resets the internal master clock. So the internal master clock, that's the suprachiasmatic center. And that's important because when it resets, that pretty much stops the production of melatonin, and it's like a hard reset, and then throughout the day there's going to be some build-up, and it's going to lead to a surge right before bedtime. Also, darkness, it signals that night is coming and it's time to go to sleep, and this is really when the production of melatonin starts, and also where it ramps up right before bed. Now, what are the big disruptors for the melatonin system? Now, first off, it's screen use before bedtime, and most notably blue light, which has a wavelength between 450 and 480 nanometers in range. Also, low sunlight exposure right after waking up, because without that there's no hard reset of the internal clock that the day has begun. Ingesting melatonin, like you may know that you need like a lot of melatonin to sleep well, but if you take this in tablet form, you're gonna basically overdose the system, because it's like way more than it's naturally produced, and it's gonna throw the whole system out of whack. And also unoptimized room temperatures for sleep, because for sleeping it needs to be cool, and it's inversely related. So it means like in a cool room, your body will produce more melatonin. Now, how to boost the melatonin system? First off, the morning anchor, and this is basically that you go outside right after waking up and you try to get sunlight for about 10 to 20 minutes, and that's really gonna reset the internal clock that the day has begun. And this is really important because the melatonin production, it will really pretty much cease at that point in time, and it's like a timer that starts ticking away. Now next up, the afternoon light gap. So basically watch the sunset or dim the lights after 4 p.m. So as the sun sets, there's a shift to warmer amber tones, so that's what you want to mimic. and this is the signal to the suprachiasmatic center that the day is about to end, and this is gonna help with the production of melatonin. So the third one, the darkness shield, and this starts 2 hours before bed, and this is when you shift to floor lights, to the warmer colors, and preferably you're gonna use light blockers. So these are either glasses you put on or a clip-on for your glasses, and you try to block the 450 to 480 nanometers range. This will allow the upward surge. So right before bed the production is gonna surge, and this will allow for that. Now, and the fourth one, the temperature trigger. So basically lower the bedroom temperature to 18 degrees Celsius or 65 degrees Fahrenheit. And the reason here is that melatonin production and the room temperature, the body temperature, they are inversely related. So if it's cooler, the production is going to be higher. Now, my final thoughts. So these are 4 protocols, and I would say try all 4 of them, because they're pretty easy to incorporate. But I would say do at least 3, because for me personally, like the first one is kind of hard, because you know, I have a family, and you know, it's kind of hard to wake up and then go outside for like 10 to 20 minutes while I actually should be preparing the lunch and breakfast and all of those things. But the other 3, I think they're definitely easy to incorporate, or at least doable. Now, you should look at it as part of a system, so that's what we're doing here. Like, we're treating the body and sleep itself as a system that can be improved upon. Now, don't aim for perfection, but do the best you can, and better sleep is almost guaranteed. Now, and for the next Tuesday video, it's titled "They Want You Tired and How You Can Fight Back." And this is going to be all about the inflection point that stacking sleep is leading into, because I'm not just talking about sleep here, because sleep is only part of the equation, but there's like a bigger wave going on right now, and I think it's really important that we're gonna discuss it. So expect a video in a different vein, and these sorts of videos that you saw today, they are for sure gonna come back, because the technical part is there as well, but this one, the next one, you really don't want to miss it. Now, also, let me know in the comments below, which step will you start incorporating in your daily routine? And also, let me know in the comments what you would like me to discuss in future videos. So, that's it. That's the video.